Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and thank you for joining us for a lovely ESEA Season 24 invite session. This is between Jamal eSports and Six Apes, and with me to talk about the implications of this match is Cornpop.
Yeah, hey Ro. This is a really important match actually because this is the currently third versus fourth seed to certainly teams that are competing for the playoff spot. The real story here tonight is that there are two playoff spots that are kind of open at the moment. Obviously, there's four playoff spots in total. EVO and Freo basically have claimed the first two. So there's two more open spots and three teams in the league that are looking to claim them. These are two of them here tonight, and probably the two that have the best shot. But still, this is a really important match for both teams.
Yes, indeed, and also on production, our wonderful man, Mr. Tino. He can't say hello to the people, but he's with us in spirit and in visuals, so be sure to check out all the good stuff that's happening in front of your face. That's Tino on the camera. So about these teams, just like you said, we've got Jamal Esports, which took this exact fight on Granary, Pro Granary, last week during the EVL versus Froyo match, the same night. And they took it very convincingly. They almost steamrolled it. Not quite. There were one or two rounds that went in Six Apes' favor, but they just had so much domination of holding the second point, but that's just the way Granary goes. So I think on this kind of a map where the stalling won't be at second but at last, anything can go, especially with the back cap nerf. The last point cap time for Badlands being nerfed recently.
Yeah, that's something that we really have to keep in mind. Those update came a couple months ago, and so some players have had to adapt to. But I want to head down these rosters real quick because we do have a few players in the server already. So I'll start off with Nothing to Lose. They're going to have 404 as their medic. Guy will be playing Demo Man. Showstoppers, their pocket. Bot Mode is on Roamer. And High Five and Slumnish are their scouts.
Great stuff. And over on Six Apes, we've got Not Bear. As far as I know, it is being played by Mason tonight.
Yes.
The Demo, Jarrett, the Soldiers, Marmaloo, and Marmaduke Grills, the favorites of the Soldier combos of this season. Sit down, Benny and Blaze. Marmaloo Grills is here for you. And on Scout is Shamu. Two A's, as in Samu, as in Sam and Shamu, the Scouts.
Oh, I see what you did there. That was clever. Yeah. That's kind of interesting to note, though, that Bear isn't playing tonight. He's away for the week, I think on spring break or something. So he doesn't have a PC, and Mason is stepping in to play for them. I don't know. Do you know much about Mason? Do you like that switch up? Obviously, they would prefer to play with their main medic, especially in such an important match here tonight. And when they lost the last one too somewhat badly, it's gonna be really tough for them, I think, especially on a map like Badlands. Having this substitute player, it's a medic, so it's not the biggest deal in the world as long as he's competent with his mechanics. But that can also be really big for team coordination. You know, having a substitute medic can certainly impact your play.
Well, in terms of Mason, I know he's been a long time player. I think he was in Invite somewhere around the era, either before or during the era of Classic Mix-Up. So he's been around for a while, floating around in Open, and I've only had first-hand experience with him in CEVO, and maybe UGC Platinum, which is a joke, but Mason's been around for a long time, so if he hasn't learned this game by now, he is doing himself a dishonor.
Yeah, he's certainly a competent player. I'm looking at his history right now. It looks like his first time playing an Invite was actually Season 14. He played 3 games on Classic Mix-Up, so not a starter for them, but he probably subbed in for a couple games. Then he played Season 16, 17, and hasn't played since. So it's been a little while. He's played Open in Intermediate, looks like, a couple of times. But this is his first trip back in Invite in a long time. It'll be really interesting to see how he plays, especially with a lot of changes recently to medic in the past couple patches. Obviously, move speed with Scout now. Crossbow building is a really kind of brand new mechanic that's been entered into the metagame. It'll be really interesting, I think, to see if he can keep up with the new techniques of today.
I certainly think he's been keeping up with it, not really too far behind.
Sure.
But we shall be going live very shortly. What are you expecting on these mids? Who do you think has the dominance here?
I mean, with any mids, it's gonna be up to the demos. They got to be able to bring their roll out here. They got to be able to not mess that up, obviously. And it'll be really interesting to see kind of how they can put the damage down. I'm a little bit worried for APK, as I kind of mentioned earlier. They lost the last game kind of harsh. Like, I didn't see all of it, obviously, but they didn't seem to be playing at their peak, and so when they're up against this team, they have a substitute. I gotta be probably giving my prediction over to the Jamal eSports guys. I'm gonna say 5-3 for my personal prediction. If you want to throw out another number.
You know, I think 6 Apes has had an opportunity to look at what the problems were on Granary, but I also think those were Granary-specific problems. Right. Hopefully, with this this new map, this whole new area, maybe they can recreate the mids they had in the other game where they were winning, but then couldn't push second, and maybe keep that momentum going forward and take it all down. So I'm gonna give 6 Apes. I'm gonna go with 6 Apes for this one. They want revenge, and I can feel them wanting to get that revenge.
That's interesting. I certainly hope so.
I gotta give it 4-3 overtime.
Oh god, 4-3. You're expecting the long one here tonight.
Just a long second half.
Okay.
We might have a quick or an average length first half, but it's gonna be, you know, I'm gonna say 4-3, not 4-2. 4-3. There's gonna be a 3-something half, and then overtime, not overtime, but all the way to the last the last second in the second half, 4-3 in favor of 6 Apes.
I see. You don't want anybody going home early tonight.
No, I want to see, because these, like we've been talking about, like we've been hyping it up. This is between probably, I don't know, I'd say Mario Party is, like, they're so evenly balanced. It's hard to say which one's the best. So, like, this is going to be, like, some of the most competitive TF2 we'll get that isn't going to be a wash.
Yeah, and what's interesting with these two teams as well, because ESEA is kind of doing their scheduling a little bit weird, this team actually only first played each other last week in week 6, which is really late. I think this is the latest two teams have played each other, and now they're playing the same team like back to back in this next week here, week 7. So it's interesting. Do you think that's gonna affect them too greatly here? Because obviously, like with most matches, you're gonna face a team, and then maybe like a month later, at least a few weeks later, you're gonna play them again. By then, you've both grown quite a bit. Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing for 6 Apes to come off this recent win? Because they haven't had time to adjust, but they are used to their opponents now. They have recently played them.
Yeah, you said it right there at the end, is they've recently played them, so they've had a recent chance to look at what the errors were, what were the mistakes, what could we have done differently, were we not warmed up properly, other things like that. And I think ultimately, I think it'd be better for them to face each other back to back, essentially, instead of maybe once 2 or 3 weeks into the season and then almost near the end of the season. Even though they had a chance to grow, I think seeing them up front and personal very recently has more of an advantage than seeing them 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and looks like the home team is waiting to pick their side, so we're about to go live here, Row, with ESEA Season 24. This is Week 7. Ape K, aka the 6 Apes, taking on Jamal eSports. Why don't you take us as this first mid?
Sure thing, as we'll see what Tino's going to be doing. I'm going to be keeping my eyes on Jarrett. Jarrett, long time demo, been playing since the dawn of time before he's finally been able to make his way to invite. Seeing it, he's going to be landing the nice optimal, ooh, not even hitting a single door frame. He's going to be making his way onto the bridge and working his way towards this midpoint, getting there roughly the same time as Guy, and landing a better sticky in the very first initiation here. We're going to be seeing the medic jumping over into the choke point, 404, getting a little bit of spam there, and not really good positioning overall for Jamal eSports, but oh, it's a caught out from Mason. Mason going to luckily stay alive thanks to the help of Shamu, who's also grabbed up 2 players, taking down Slemnish as well as bot mode. And now it's Guy completely cut off from his team as the scout and soldier combo backing up to bridge, and only one person was lost. That was Marmadog.
Yeah, that was actually a really smart play by AK. I think they're not even done yet. They're still kind of fighting here on second. Sam and Marmaduke Grill's going to fall really early, however, the Scout and Doman. That's going to be a great opportunity now from Jamal eSports to come right back in and take this second point. They're going to be walking in now. We'll see if they can do it. It looks like APK are just kind of giving them a lot of space. I think that is the right call. Showstopper's going to jump forward, but here they come now. They do both have 100% Ubercharge, so they might be looking to exchange. Marmaduke's getting very, very low here, so there comes the blue Ubercharge off, and Mason's got nobody to pop on. He's going to lose his pocket right at the end there as John Milter takes down Marmalou. He's now on the run. 404 is going to have to reconnect back with this team, and that's a really bad exchange for the 8K crew. They're going to have to get all the way back to last. They only have 3 players alive here. They're going to end up losing Spire and Mid, a really awful exchange for them.
And unfortunately, there was a great flank from Slemnish. I'm assuming John Melter is Slemnish. And there was just an opportunity to take down the demo, and then he just kind of floated around the train, took out the soldier, and Mason was still in midair, getting juggled and forcing his Uber. Luckily, he was able to get out and meet up with the rest of his team, so the Uber disadvantage is not going to be completely disastrous. They're actually sort of at an advantage. Not much of an advantage. And we have Shamu on Sniper, currently with the Machina reskin, watching up top.
Yeah, and I'm actually just reading here that this is the real John Milter. It's not, it is a sub in, as Slemnish is not here tonight. So 1 sub on each side. We didn't quite catch that until just now, but that is going to be important to look out for. There's a lot of off classes here on the defense, including a spy. I was just checking off classes though. So we got Sam on engineer. Shamu is coming up on sniper. 100% Ubercharge on both sides. So really, Jamal eSports, they got to take this a little bit slowly here. They got to be careful. They're going to be looking to send somebody in on the right-hand side. Is this what they're looking for? I think this is going to be a bomb in, however, they might have been caught out.
Oh, it's the double spam strat. I can't remember which team started that, but they would just get both their soldiers and look up. I might even want to say it was the old school rando team with Mela. I think they did that. They might have been one of the first to do that. Just walk in with 2 soldiers under the under right and shoot across. And actually, a scout has managed to sneak his way under the point. That's Sean Milter, but the sentry gun has spotted him out, and the players rush to the point. Luckily, it didn't cap. If this was Badlands 6 months ago, that would have capped, and that's why it was changed.
Yeah, that kind of gimmicky strategy. It can be fun sometimes, but obviously it can be frustrating if you're on the receiving end of that sort of a tactic. But look, Marmaduke has actually switched off to spy now, and he has left his side, so he's in behind the enemy team now. Watch out for him.
Got eyes on bot mode, and he's almost ready to strike. Oh, this is the perfect time, dude. Just go for it. 1 pick is enough. No, he's going to be deciding it. And also, while this is going on, the spam is going in, and John Milter's going to walk a little bit too far. Jared going to catch him with either the trap or the sticky that juggles. And Marmaduke gets spotted out by bot mode and taken down. So it's a 1-for-1 exchange.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate the spy couldn't get anything there. But with 1 player down on each side, nobody can really push in at all. Still, we're just kind of trying to peek into this last point. We'll see. They have sent another scout in. We'll just see what he can do. He's jumping around now. High five. Got a lot of damage down on his Shamu. Marmaduke Grill's can actually be jumping up on him now. And they're coming to... There we go. Finally, Sentry Gun takes him down. But it did end up dying to Robert Cheeto there on the demo man.
Yeah, the Sentry Gun going down is going to be a lot of pressure for the engineer to get that back up in time. Luckily, he's got enough time in this this peaceful last hold to reset his dispenser up to level 3. So he's got a lot of ammo to work with to get this back up in level 3 in virtually no time at all.
And still they're just trying to poke in. Shamu is on Sniper. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen any off classes from the Jamal eSports guys. They've just kind of been throwing scouts in, throwing some soldiers in a couple of times. Showstopper took a little bit of damage from the Sniper and Sentry Gun combined, but not enough to take him down. Finally sent another scout in. High five, wasn't able to get anything. Took a pipe from Jarrett. Again, I'd like to see what he comes up on. Maybe a sniper or a spy to try to poke something in to this last point. Marmaduke Grill's going to go down.
With that pick, it's going to be disaster. They do have the 7th player, as Marxist would like to refer to it. 7th player holding very closely there. But with those 2 frags, they needed to find an opportunity to push in. But no, they decided to wait for their sniper high five on the respawn, even though they had 2 great picks.
Yeah, he's going to be just peeking in now. Watch him, because if he can get a crucial pick, that would certainly be an opportunity push for them. He's just kind of sitting around here now. They might have seen him. They are spamming this area, however, John Milter did run down. So, yeah, now they've definitely seen him. Marmaduke Grill's trying to spam with the sniper. He's got to get back. He's going to be fine reconnecting with his medic, but he's probably going to be the one going. Shamu is up on Spy.
He's actually making his way to the battlements, and this is a great opportunity because 4-4 is kind of not expecting it. Oh my goodness, he's actually gonna get it! 4-4 goes down! It's a follow-up onto the demo, but no, he does not manage to pick it up, and a quick 2-shot from John Milter will take him down. That was poor play from 404. Oh, but Marmaduke Grills just trying to walk in through the up top area, gets sniped by the great shot from High Five, who's now going to be rotating back with his team and holding down the Spire. Bot mode in a hiding spot.
Yeah, that was a really classic spy play. Really good job by Shamu to be able to execute that. But they're just going to be waiting for the respawns who are going to be coming up right now. And now they should be looking to move out. Sam is still on Engineer, so I guess they're not super confident. Obviously, this is a somewhat difficult last to push out of, but they have 100% Uber ad. It's only about 60 now at this point. If they don't go really fast, they might actually lose this advantage a little bit more than they'd like to. But they are probably going to take this. This should be their point to lose. As you said, there is a hiding soldier. Marmaduke can go down very early to Side Guy, though. That's going to be really important. And here we go. This is going to be the soldier running back to last. There is that sentry gun, though. Sam easily claiming that kill with some smart defensive play on Engineer. And with 80% already from 404, I think this is an unsuccessful push out of last.
Oh, but John Milter, oh, he's so aggressive. He's going to be falling up onto Jarrett. Oh my goodness, Jarrett gets taken down. What a great play from John Milter. Doing a little bit of footsie, you know, pretending he's going to be running away, and then just doubles back right in. Great scout play. That works so consistently if your opponent doesn't predict you to come back right in.
Yeah, now with no stickies on the point, they don't have a demo man. This is, once again, an opportunity to push in, but they got to be careful. There are still a lot of defenses set up. Sam's sentry gun is still sitting there on the ground. They got to be careful of that one. They still have their sniper as well, so he's going to be able to poke in a little bit, but probably won't be too great in an all-out team fight. There goes the sentry gun. That's certainly the first step they need to take. Jarrett is back up, of course. He's going to be laying down some stickies again, so this might be them calling off the push. They're going to send one more soldier in. He's going to try to do his best, but he gets destroyed by Marmaduke Grills. That's not going to happen. There goes another player. Shamu found the snipe on him, so with two players, this is maybe a pushing opportunity out from Apes. Once again, it's so difficult. Okay, finally, John Milter does die to the pistol of Sam, so 3 down. This certainly has to be them giving up the Spire.
And I think this is going to be Jamal eSports' fault right here, as we do see Marmaduke Grills running forward, getting flashed by Mason, and now the Uber exchange is happening at Choke. But there's not really any opportunity for Marmaduke Grills to do anything other than just stall for his players to cap the point, and they do actually manage to do that. And Showstopper causing a little bit of havoc here, jumping all around, finally gets taken down by Sam. Oh, the rockets just line up perfectly onto the ramp and pick off 404 and bot mode there. Sam going to be killed by John Milter, and Marmaduke Grills picking up his 4th kill. It was actually a disaster, I think, when Jarrett died and Jamal eSports didn't capitalize on it. Just do a straight Uber. When there are no stickies, you can just like use stickies, spam out the sentry, cut off the point, and rush it. And they missed that opportunity. And right now they're on the back foot trying to defend mid here, which is at 7 times cap.
Yeah, there's still some aggression, however, coming out of Jamal eSport guys. I wonder if they're going to send anybody in. They do have a soldier who just slammed Marmaduke down onto the point, but he's going to survive, so nothing too crazy there. They are going to be backing off to second, however. Still only 50% Uber from 404. I mean, 8K, they certainly could be going coast to coast here, and I think that's their intention. They're going to try to keep pushing in through house. They've sent Marmaduke Grills to kind of jump forward here. There is a player on the forward spawn they got to look out for, and there goes the pop out as well as they lost Sam, so they're going to be pushing forward now, trying to get something, get the medic if they can, but there's a lot of fighting going on in this cramped house area. I don't think this is going to be too much of a successful fight for them. They pop their recharge off. There goes Jarrett as well. They're losing Marmaduke Grills. Mason even got a frag with that one, so they are going to be pushing out now. It looks like they're not going to be able to get the Spire, and actually Mason's in a lot of trouble. He's at 70% under the point. He's only got Shamu really with him. He's being bombed in by the soldier. Showstopper can't get him. He's so low. Mason, now there's a scout on him. High five. He needs to get this frag. He's so low. Okay, finally takes him down with the pistol.
Great follow-up from the respawn of Sam, able to come in with Shamu and fight those off, get that kill. And High Five going down there at the end. Oh, John Milter picks up Sam. Sam almost making a little bit of room there. And now it's kind of just a desperation play. Players throwing themselves in with basically no health. Marmaduke Grills at 1 HP. Gonna make a clean escape right there. And the last player to underneath the point, that's gonna be Marmaduke getting taken down. Oh, the Demo Jarrett! Oh, he almost surfed it away perfectly using his rockets, the rocket of bot mode. But it's taken down, and now it's a full reversal from Team Jamal eSports.
Yeah, Apes once again sitting on their final point. They're used to this position, but they haven't given up a round yet. They played their defenses pretty well last time, so we'll see now. 100% ad, though, on the side of 404. They should be able to push this in cleanly, but we'll see how they want to take it. They're going to lead in on high five, trying to take out on the sentry gun. It's staying up for quite a long time. Finally does go down. Sam's going to switch off to a different off class now. Standing on the point. High five's getting a lot of time. There's nobody to stop him. They're finally going to have to collapse on it. Marmaduke stands on the point. Now we see a couple other players. Sam is up on heavy, taking down Showstopper. That's going to be helpful for his team, but he's very low. There he goes. Does go down. 3-on-2 now at the moment. They need to get on this point, but they can't. Showstopper was on it. That's going to be 1-0 early for Jamal eSports.
Unfortunately, Marmaduke Girls, the last player alive, could not get to the point in time, and that cap goes in favor of Jamal eSports, taking a very clean round after only 10 minutes. Only.
We're coming to the second mid-fight, though, and we'll see. Looks like Demo's going to hear about the same time. Nobody really getting the better of the spam. We'll see how he wants to get aggressive first. A lot of under-the-point presence, actually, from Jamal eSports. Here coming to bomb in from Marmalou. He's trying to get on the meta. Core 4 got very low. Now he's chasing them in-house. Sam and Marmalou both going to end up going down, though. There wasn't great aggression for them. John Milter still pushing Semu here in choke. He's going to be able to get that frag. And we have another soldier bombing in. Jarrett might actually go down here. He's very low, but he should be reconnected with his team. 3 players down. APK, they have to give that up, and Spire.
Kind of just like a slow, careful play from Jamal eSports. They were getting 1, 2, 3 frags very easily. Players going out of their way and getting caught out. Looking very bad. I was actually almost a 4-hold there from Mason with the rest of the team in upper lobby. But now they're going to have to retreat back to their last point and hold it down for a little bit. Is the loose cannon banned?
Nope.
As far as I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, it got nerfed a little while ago, and it hasn't really seen too much play since then, but Shamu's up on Spy. It is 100% Uber from both teams, so we shouldn't see any picks going crazy fast. Here comes Shamu. This is the exact same position he was in last time. If he gets this again, he's finding the back. He's looking for him. He gets Demo. That's going to be something, but dies for it anyways. So not quite as good as last time, but still a Demo pick. That's really nice.
And Marduk's going to be taking full advantage of this right now over on the flank, almost taking down bot mode, but back off now with no support from the rest of his team. And ooh, a little nice rocket onto Mason. Prevents a little bit of a peek in the upper lobby area. With no demo, this is a great opportunity to make your way into the point. You know, buff up your players, push them through the flank, and don't have to worry about sticky traps. But going head-to-head against Uber, it's not going to work out. And already we got Psy Guy back on the respawn, setting things up.
Yeah, Shamu switched from Spy over to Sniper now. They certainly know he's there. He's throwing out the Girardi, actually, onto bot mode there. He's going to have to hold off for a little bit. There goes the Sentry Gun, actually. High Five was in. He did get taken down by Shamu. I expect him to come up on off class, but we'll see if they can take advantage of this one-man advantage while they shortly have it. Excuse me there. They looked like they wanted to send in the Soldier, but couldn't quite happen.
Oh, no. Bot mode just walked in so freely and carelessly, because both the soldiers were rushing in through the upper main lobby, and so he had walked in almost completely unaware, unnoticed, and unfortunately fluffed a jump and got caught by the sentry and died.
Yeah, not great there. They're going to be pushed by a scout, actually. John Milter managed to find Marmalou over in flank, and now he's just been getting on the point. Looks like he's taken down by Marmaduke Grills, however, as well as the Stickies. So with those blown, they do still have that Sniper getting a lot of aggression in the lower area, but he's going to have to back off. One player down on each side. Sniper, oh, there was a sniper on each side, but he's changed off of the defensive side. There goes Shamu back up on that class. Really aggressive pick in. He is just going to get shut down by Shamu, however. A little bit overkill maybe with the headshot, but still one way to take down a sniper who's aggressively jumping into your last.
That'll do it. We do see, once again, we're going 3 times in a row now. Shamu's just feeling his oats right now, thinking, okay, if they're expecting me up top, I'll come in from below. So we got him parked out in the barrel area, getting ready to work his way up and maybe catch someone who's looking behind Captain Spy. And we do see he is walking out. Oh, he bumps into Showstopper, completely unnoticed. He walks into someone else's house. There's an Uber exchange going on while this entire sniper spy exchange is going on. He's gonna be able to pick up Showstopper, who was so careful earlier about the spy. Gets taken down. The Uber exchange just kind of went in, forced the Uber, and backed out. Now they lost Showstopper because of Shamu.
Yeah, he's a little confused with that play in the chat, it seems like, but with one down on each side, obviously they did lose the Spy. Everybody respawning now. We're kind of back to where we started. Uber charges, as you said, were exchanged, but nothing really happened in it, nothing too crazy at least. All medics survived, and nobody really has an opportunity to push one way or the other. Shamu's going to be spawning on Sniper, so we'll see if he can make a pick in. Obviously, they've been trying this for a long time. Badlands can be kind of a tough last to push, also one tough to push out of, so I don't know. We'll see if they can manage to do something, but it's been a slow game so far, Ro.
That it is. We've always been expecting this whenever... Oh, finally, I see it. I heard it. Loose cannon has been drawn. And once again, actually this time it's high five instead of John Milter. Whoa! Bomb mode! Oh my goodness, what a cute little exchange there. With this, there's going to be a great opportunity for a push out. There are 4 players all the way back on Spire. Just a couple sticky traps here or there. They're going to be checking every corner. Oh, but they walked right past a very bad sticky trap, and Marmaduke might get killed. Oh, he walks right past it. The rest of the players on Jamal eSports have fortified themselves at the base of the Spire, which is not a great place to hold it, but they do force off the Uber. Mason going to be meeting up with his scout. That is Shamu, who's just kind of peppering players left and right. Going to be retreating. Oh, a bad juggle on Mason. Oh, but the follow-up shot onto Shamu. Oh, Showstopper gets taken down, and Marmaduke Grills is going to exchange his life to save Mason, who has barely taken any damage. Finally takes a full damage rocket there, and it's going to have to retreat with his Demo Man and Scout. Great opportunity, good push, but unfortunately they couldn't get a good exchange or the player or height control.
Yeah, John Milter almost had a really nice opportunity, but he couldn't quite hit his shots. And although APK lost that fight over there on second and almost was in a dangerous position to lose last, there was some crazy dodging from Mason. Like, he was going left and right. He dodged like 3 players and a sniper to be able to stay alive, and he didn't really take too much damage until just the end of it. But look at Marmaduke Grills, actually. He's already behind in-house. Sam's going to end up going down. Marmaduke Grills finds his kill on a Showstopper. That'll be nice for him before Shamu actually also dies to high five. Marmaduke Grills finds a second one on John Milter, so 2 down on each side now. He's really been equalizing these scores. We'll see if either team can do anything off of that. Obviously, respawns are going to be much better on the side of Jamal eSports, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to push off that. Marmaduke Grills is actually currently in the forward spawn.
Yeah, both soldiers on each team. We can't call Marmaduke Grills a roamer, but the roaming playstyle he just exhibited allowed him to get those frags in that opportunity, and in returning fashion, bot mode managed to get the 2 players on the battlements playing this very cheeky little Seagull Platinum spot. I can't remember who used this first.
Yeah, Marmaduke Grills is once again working his way in behind. There is a sniper that might be looking behind at him, but Marmaduke Grills can get in. That'll be really exciting, especially since John Milter just went down. That's going to be a really big pick, and the Ubercharge was popped off of the red team. Here comes Marmaduke Grills as well. Needs to get some damage down, but he's not really hitting too many shots. He does just end up going down. Shamu as well fell in that, so this isn't going great for APK. They have gotten 2 frags, including the sniper, which is something, but I think this isn't going to be too much of movement happening here. They're just kind of continuing with this forward hold that APK have been showing off.
Coordinated spam of show bot mode managed to force that Uber off of Mason, who was just a little bit like committed, saying we gotta go, and he was at half health when he took a splash, before he took a splash rocket, so he could have gotten out. Great kill onto Marmaduke here, and it's going to be a follow-up from John Milter, and actually even Psy Guy's going to be peeking a little bit, doing some damage, and that's actually the full commit to the point. We do see Showstopper on very low health. He's going to be taken down, and now it's up to bot mode, who's got a very nice chunk of health. 2 shots onto Mason, takes him down, and almost finishes the cap. And it is only 2 players left alive. It is Psy Guy, who is going to be abandoning his medic any moment now, so 4 can make the escape. Oh, they're both going to get out just in time, and John Milter going to be following up, playing the defensive scattergun, going to be spamming out Marmaduke, who's going to be finishing down the Spire and finish off the cap with his scouts. But the health is so bad because 4 dies so late. It's going to be a quick retake from Jamal eSports.
Yeah, that was a bit of a weird play from Jamal eSports, but they popped their Ubercharge off now, and they're going to be pushing right into last. Of course, Mason's not going to have his for a long time, as he did go down somewhere in the last couple seconds, but Marmaduke Grills is going to get taken down by a scout, progressing into last now, and Shamu's taking a little bit of damage, but he's got a medic on him. So 4 for bottom actually gets the Uber Saw kill onto Sam. That'll be really helpful. Now they've got a lot of stickies on the point. They got some players on it too. This should be a round opportunity for them. Nobody's stopping them. That's going to be it. Taking it 2-0 so far in this first half. Some really good play from Jamal eSports so far in this game.
That guy also doing a phenomenal job there towards the end, putting out the damage and getting the frags, cutting off that point, and ultimately helping their team cap that point off. And it's 2-0, once again, another 10-minute round. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a faster one. Maybe a retaliation round from 6 Apes. They've seen 2 mids now. Can they make it a third in their favor? We do see the shit closet rotation from Mason and the rest of the players. We do see a bomb right quickly by Marmaduke Grills, who actually hasn't been able to do anything with it. Gets shut down very quickly, and it's going to get followed up by Showstopper. Maybe a quick exchange there. Showstopper's going to go down, and now back to the main point. It's both scouts dancing all over the place. John Milter and high five. John Milter's going to be going for the pack and getting healed up. And actually 4 playing very aggressively with the scouts, holding on a close leash. But with 2 soldiers, it's going to be very hard for the scouts to stay up to all this pressure. And oh, the spam and the arrow from Mason going to take it down. And it's going to be a quick recap. Unfortunately, the forward spawns are going to be all over the place with Jamal eSports, and this could be a quick retake. They can't even get the point. The Uber exchange is happening over at the choke point. 4-4's trying to meet up with the soldier that was jumping aggressively from the forward spawn, and Guy's now meeting up in the rest of them from the closet area. And 4-4 just flying through the air, trying to avoid anything with his air strafing. And it's going back and forth. I can't even see who's got the better of it. Finally, the cap goes in favor of 6 Apes, and the player advantage is also in favor of 6 Apes.
Yeah, that was a bit of a strange mid from Jamal eSports. They kind of never really stopped being aggressive until they absolutely had to. Here comes Marmalou, but he gets destroyed by the demo man. That was a really nice play by Guy, and with that one frag, it might actually be able to halt the aggression from Ape K. They're all kind of backing off now. We'll see if the Jamal eSports guys want to take any opportunity off of that. Still 5 seconds on Marmalou's respawn, so they could. They're taking their time though. They're in house at the moment. We'll see if they want to continue with their heals. Marmalou's actually coming up on Spy, but here comes the Uber charge getting exchanged from both teams. Looks like Mason got pretty low before popping his off, so almost some good milking by him. Just an exchange. Nobody ended up dying in that just yet. Nothing really setting up for the post Uber either. So a little bit of push in, changed off. Marmalou didn't decide to stay on Spy though.
Good choice, because this is a great time to have a soldier alive to give yourself an opportunity here. We do see actually all the players are rotated through Diag. It's the soldiers that managed to scare off poor bot mode, but he retreats to his supply closet and gets healed up, patched up, and so does Mason. They retreat back to mid.
Yeah, that was a bit of a double soldier bomb, trying to catch out the guy in the forward spawn, but couldn't quite work out for them now. We see Marmaduke Grills up on the signpost. He's really just trying to get some spam down, trying to make an opportunity for his team. Finally does get pushed off of that one. And medics are just going to be reaching their full Uber charge now. 4-4 actually had a bit of an advantage, both 15% from building, so maybe they could have taken that in, but there's no way they would have known that. So yeah, they're going to be now at full percent. This is where we're going to see somebody sack in. This is where we're going to see some moves happen. And obviously, it's kind of on Ape K at the moment because they are down by 2 rounds, and there's not a ton of time left in this half, so they really need to start thinking about getting some rounds on the board.
Yes, and this is a great shot from Ardog, able to pick up John Milter, who is over on the flank, trying to escape through the bridge. And once again, we find that Mason has managed to fall down. Maybe this is what happened last time. They've had an opportunity, they've pushed forward, and actually Marmaduke has managed to sneak in through the drop down and has an opportunity here, but he is going to get spotted out by High Five if he just turned around for half a second. No, he does spot out 4-4, and 4-4 calls it out. He's going to start the cap time, and it's going to be a push from Choke at the same time. Marmaduke Grills taking the Uber in, straight in. Going to be actually juggling Guy all the way back to spawn to the battlements. And the exchange is happening over at Choke with Showstopper, but with them being the only players alive and everyone else backing up to take down Marmaduke, this is going to be a quick retake in the yard area. Showstopper holding on Diag, going to be rotating in through the house now, maybe finding an opportunity onto Marmaduke Grills, but he's at full health, sitting on a pack with the help of Sam, going to take that down. And now it's looking really bad for Jamal eSports. They have the forward positioning here with John Milter on Sniper, but he's not going to find anyone because it's a full rotate from 6 Apes in the Diag.
Yeah, this is a really important push for them. They can pull this off, but they're not going to. They're going to lose 2 players instantly. Both their scouts go down, and now they're totally on the retreat. They need to get out of here as fast as they can. No, there was a pipe. Beautifully done by the demo man, Guy. That's going to be great for them. They're going to continue pushing forward. They're going to find Marmaduke Grills as well. It's only Jarrett and Marmalou. They need to get out as fast as they can into this forward spawn. They're going to be stuck in here for a little while. Oh no, that was the complete crumble. They certainly had it in their grasp, but losing all those players really hurt them in that, and without a medic, obviously, they're going to have to back off. Shamu did come out of forward spawn as Spy, though.
What a shot from John Milter. Mason barely had time to jump onto the bridge and get into the shutter before getting killed instantly by John Milter's quick hand. And it's just Shamu on that Spy. Gonna be, oh my god, she's walking right in front of his teammate. Gets called out and gets sawed by 4-4. Good call from John Milter saying, that guy looks a little suspicious.
Yeah, he was uncloaked for a really long time, but we do have the pop in already. As you said, the loose cannon is coming out as well as there was some blockage from the sentry gun. Stands up on heavy now, but he was down instantly. There was another headshot as well that rang out. Only 2 8K players alive. There's no way they hold this. One of them is a demo man who's on, in spawn with some stickies on point, so they're going to have to bait that. Finally, he does go down, but Jarrett's so low. He gets piped down, and there we go. That's going to be 3-0, ending the half. Another dominating half. I mean, this is kind of what I was worried for 8K. They really need to find their footing because this is an important match for them, and if they let the second half be the same as the first, it'll be bad.
John Milter putting out some great numbers there with the sniping aggression all the way practically from second to last. Also doing it without the Machina. Maybe maybe that's telling us something. Sniper's viable without the Machina.
I think Sniper's been often viable without the Machina, but it has been a widely used weapon, and I think it's good. It's not like amazingly good, like mandatory though. I think we have seen a fair bit of variety between the two Sniper primaries, but I've got these stats open already, and looks like we got top fragging in the server, John Milter pulling it in with the sub 19 and 13. That's a pretty nice stat line here for a scout on Badlands.
Also, very important to note is Psy Guy pulling his nice Muma impression with 16 and 2.
Yeah,
Two deaths.
That's nice. Passive Demo Man is a playstyle that works pretty well at the highest level. Certainly Tech is a team that has used it to quite a bit of success, and it's always helpful when you've got those sticky traps up, you're able to lock the players out. But I want to look at these damage numbers just for a little bit. It's actually pretty heavily in the favor of Ape. Yeah, Marmaduke Grills with 350, Shamu with 312. I mean, they've really been hard hitting. There's nobody on Jamal who have actually topped 300, and team-wise, they're very close, but 6 Apes do have the advantage on damage as a whole.
Actually putting out low numbers in both frags and damage, and I haven't even seen him die that much. He's dying the least for his team, other than the medic, of course, and only one less one less death than Marmaduke Grills and Sam. But Jarrett's not making as much of an impact as he needs to for this game. We did see earlier he got rushed by John Milter doing a little bit of fancy footwork. He died there, but overall, I haven't seen him like doing too much fragging or doing too much dying. He's just kind of dying in the team fights and not putting out the damage he needs to. So we're gonna have to see if he can pull himself up by his bootstraps and take it in to this next half.
Yeah, that's something I've always kind of thought about Jarrett. Like, he's certainly a good demo man. I don't want to discredit him, but he always seems lacking when he's up playing alongside Marmaduke Grills, Marmalou, Shamu, these players that often kind of seem to outshine him in numbers where he should be pulling big. But here we go, first mid fight of the half. We'll see. Jarrett has gotten here at a decent time. He's a lot of health, so we'll see if he can do anything good. He's going to get the first frag, actually, on the high 5. All right, prove me wrong as soon as I start talking. Marmaduke Grills actually with a huge bomb on a 4-4. That's really good for him. Now John Milter jumping around. He should die, but nice dodging from him. He's going to be A-OK. There goes Showstopper in the back lines to Shamu, and there's still one player in behind here. He got 2. Jarrett and Sam both go down. That could change the tides, but there's nobody really else in here with them. It looks like bot mode's going to have to continue on backing off. This is going to be an 8K mid.
Very good stuff overall. There was actually a nice little air shot. I didn't see who it was, but it was in midair, and there was an explosion, and Showstopper fell to his death. So, AK are actually very suspicious of what bot mode can do here, as he's all the way by drop down, but the respawns are now just spotting him out. And with all this time being spent to commit to bot mode, this could be disastrous. There could even be an opportunity for a force onto Mason, who's just now getting Zuber. But no, it's also mostly passive stuff. John Milter playing a very tricky angle from drop down. Could be able to rotate to the other side of bats and spot someone out, but it's actually a diag push. And John Milter's been called out. The sniper is in drop down. He's getting spammed very aggressively before Mason even pokes his head, even thinks about walking in, but John Milter walking in very aggressively. Oh, 2 shots finally takes him down. Now it's gonna be a force on Mason, who is meeting up with the rest of his players on the bridge. Players has left him.
Yeah, that was a little bit questionable there by Saigai. He just kind of ran out against an Uber charge. He certainly wasn't going to win that fight. They did find 2 frags with that Uber pop-off, and they're certainly going to get Spire off of it, but they might be in a position to lose this second point pretty quickly if the Jamal eSport guys want to instantly push out. They do have 80% advantage, 100 versus 20, so, I mean, we'll see. Obviously, this is a tough loss to push out of, and Shamu is hiding. Watch him. If he could get a crazy backup here, that would be great for their team. Yeah, this is a great opportunity.
This is exactly how you want to do it. They have 4-4 spotted out. The force does come off. The force has been called. He's going to be running into Saigai. Saigai can take it down. Can he? 1 HP. He walks onto the point. It's going to be the cap. It's going to be a quick bomb for Bravo. Oh my god, what a skip. He will go onto the point and stops it very quickly. And oh my goodness, it's a full commit. It's Sam running for it. He spots it. Oh, what a shot from Bot Mode. 2 shots, a juggle into an air shot takes him down. Bot Mode saving his team's life there. I thought it was over. The scouts had found the absolute best opportunity to gap it. And Bot Mode defends it entirely for his team.
Yeah, that was some crazy defensive play on the side of Jamal eSports, barely hanging on. They don't want to drop a round to this team. They've been playing very dominant so far in this game, and they really want to hold on to that. We do see High Five coming up on Sniper to try to block any more of this aggression. Obviously, they didn't get the cap of that. They got a lot of time off of that 8K, guys, and they actually got themselves an advantage as well. So they're going to pop off their Uber Charge, running in 75% from 4-4, so we could get this in the middle of the fight, but it'll have to be a drawn-out one. They're going to be able to lose Sam, get the sentry gun. Marmaduke Grills is on the point. He's gotten a lot of time on it. They have to run onto it. The engineer's there, but can't do it. 8K, they finally get their round on the board after a little bit of a failed back cap attempt.
Bot mode. That was great. Gotta say, I think red side is cursed here because the only winning side so far have been the blue team. And we do see Jarrett not getting as fast of a rollout as he needs to, getting to mid at almost 941. And all the players have rotated to the closet area. Marmaduke with a great bomb. Gonna do so much damage here, connecting all this damage onto the players. 2 players down for 8K though. They're not looking too hot. And actually, it's Showstopper on the hard flank. Gonna be gonna butt heads with Marmaduke Grills, and unfortunately, it looks like Mason's not gonna be able to get out of this alive. He'd have to do the back cap and loses an Uber advantage. It's gonna be Chair with the great pipe onto Guy, and actually Shamu all the way back at mid, who's actually gonna be able to slow down the cap, and nobody's capped mid, so all this aggression on second point is kind of for nothing here. Jamal eSports is not looking good here as Jarrett's finally turned up, and his Iron Bombers are connecting.
Yeah, Jared hit a crazy pipe there onto High Five as he was trying to aggress. Well, a little late because they did lose their medic, but still, nice shots are always nice to see. This is finally going to be the point getting capped off, though, and with control of mid, Jamal eSports are looking to take second as well. Obviously, still 0% from Mason. Finally, he starts healing, but that was a 100% ad. Jarrett's trying to poke in, but he might be a little too aggressive. He's taking quite a bit of damage. He's going to have to back off to his team. There's a sniper on the defensive side. It's Shamu. They still haven't capped off the second point, so they're going to have to do that before they push last, and that could waste a little bit of time because Mason's already at 37%. I mean, if you get this Uber charge, that would be really, really big. Ideally, they want to be able to push into this last with the ad. But I'm not sure if they're going to actually be able to at this rate.
They certainly can because they're going to be going for the upper lobby push. 4-4 just getting the buffs out now. They're clearing out the traps. Oh, this could be very close. They've got 8 seconds to find their way in, and they're taking too much time to find the traps, and at this point, the Uber is going to be evened out.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate they couldn't get more advantage off of that. 85. They still could take it, I mean, if they want. They're going to send a scout in. It's High Five. Runs into a sentry gun. Doesn't work well for him. We'll see what off-class he comes up as. Shamu is still on Sniper to counter whatever it may be. And we'll see if there's any counter-aggression. Marmalu looks like he might get aggressive here, but he backs off as soon as he sees bot mode. He doesn't want any of that. Looks like High Five will be coming up back on the Sniper class. We've seen a lot of off-classes so far in this game.
High Five giving us an update on the stats so that we don't have to alt-tab to find out for ourselves. Actually, it's a little bit of aggression from Marmaduke Grills. 2 HP. He's going to go right back in. Oh, a great arrow. Saved John Milter there. And, oh, he's just barely missing that angle. One good bomb could catch him out. But no, Marmaduke Grills is going to be causing a lot of havoc over here in the flank. As a High Five finally connects onto Shamu as the sniper going to be getting shot down the main top line. Marmaduke Grills still trying to create this havoc. If he can hold this down enough, this frag onto Shamu can be mitigated by Marmaduke Grills' distraction over here, and the forward spawn finally gets caught out by bot mode. Oh, they don't want any of that.
You gotta give up eventually, right, bro? I mean, Marmaduke Grills, I appreciate his
10th time's a charm.
But, I mean, they know you're back there, buddy. They're eventually going to, they're never going to give this up. Looks like they are going to send High Five in.
Oh, he's right on to Mason. It's a 2-shot. Oh my goodness. He walks in, takes advantage of Marmaduke Grills. If Marmaduke Grills is going to be wasting his time all the way in the flank, and actually Jarrett goes down. With Jarrett down, this is going to be a great opportunity for a push. There's nothing to stop this. The Uber does get forced off, and the spam takes down the sentry gun very quickly. Then they just get on the point and cap it off. There's no explosive classes to hold it down, and the flashes are going left and right. Oh, it's an Uber saw. No! Oh, what a flop. From oh, but High Five's ready to go in and frag everyone alive. Nobody gets taken down by 2 great pipes from Jarrett. Oh, I really want to commend bot mode, who's finding the opportunities to do it. Actually, he's going to have an opportunity here to stop the cap. He jumps onto the point and connects onto Shamu. It doesn't get the air shot, but oh, gets taken down by Shamu's great footwork. Oh, Bombo taking advantage of Marmaduke Grills, holding it down in the forward spawn, and as a result, he's going to be able to get in behind and drop Mason. That was a crucial play, but they could not make it happen. The respawns came just in time to stop the point.
Yeah, that was pretty much only held by Sam, who managed to just get on that point as the heavy class and stop that from losing the round, making them go into a 4-1. But now they're on the attack here, Row, as they've already capped off this middle point. They're going to be charging right back into second. They do still have ad. It's not crazy large, about 30% at this point, and it's certainly slowing down, but they're going to pop it off. They really want to get aggressive. They need to kill 404, but a beautiful surf in. He's not going to do it, though. Marmaduke Grills connects on that. The two scouts might be in a little bit of trouble here, too. 5-5 is going to end up going down. Look at the down man here, though. He could actually get the frag on a Mason. Mason's being aggressive by the showstopper. Actually manages to dodge those rockets. Mason's dodging has been insane this game. Now it's only 2 players alive. They're capping up the second point. This has to be another round for APK.
That guy going to be kicking off Shamu, who was getting a little too trigger happy, and actually Mason is on the forward lines, spamming arrows down main. But he's going to finally meet up with the rest of his team and deciding whether or not they want to go into lobby. They decide to back off lobby, rotate Spire, take upper lobby, and push him with this very, very minute 30 advantage. It's not actually looking that great for them. They have to push the second they get the Super, and they're finally going to be able to make it happen if they do.
Yeah, they're building it as fast as they can. Not arrow building, which is kind of something I was talking about a little bit earlier. 4-4, however, is arrow building with their team, and so this could actually make it not as big as the Uber advantage as they might have wanted. It's about, yeah, it's like 10%. They think it's bigger than it actually is. They're going to pop the Uber charge off now, running into the enemy team. 4-4 instantly going to pop his off. That was not a successful push for them. They're going to lose their demo man immediately to Showstopper, and now they're on the retreat. There goes Sam as well, dying to high five. They need to get something crazy like a back cap, but I don't think it's going to happen at this rate. Everybody's backing off. Shamu maybe going for something crazy, but he gets taken down by bot mode. Now some fighting here on Spire, as the red team's going to easily cap this one off.
So very close from Shamu. Right as he said it, I was like, no, Shamu has a chance! And he actually managed to hit a great meat shot, but gets 2 shot very easily. Shoot feet, get kills, soldier life. It's Showstopper, who's very aggressive over here in the valley. Gonna be creating a little bit of a distraction, but 4-4 gets dropped by Marmaduke Grills! Oh my goodness, Marmaduke Grills going absolutely insane, saving his team a little bit of breathing room right now. Giving them an opportunity here to repush, but it's bot mode who's in the sneaky spot over in here. I thought this spot got removed from the clipping got removed, but no, he's right there, and he gets spotted by Shamu, who's ready to push. And he's second now, gets the 2 shot, peppers his feet, and bot mode's gonna back off, grabbing the pack on his way out. Drops an LOL in chat.
You can see Shamu was just looking at him like, really? You're gonna try this? But now they are pushing here on a mid, and they do have large Uber advantage. John Milter's actually coming onto the point, though, so watch him. He could do something really sneaky. And Mason's super low. He's forced to pop that Uber charge off thanks to some nice sticky spam from Psy Guy, and they're going to be pushing forward. They're not getting anything with his Uber charge. No frags going down. Still, John Milter is behind. This could be super dangerous. He could go for anything at this point. There'd be a lot of really good frags that he could get at this point. Oh, he just got behind. Nobody saw him. Did anybody see him? Nobody saw him. Nobody saw it. He's just going to be rotating back around. There's still some sticky spam. Oh, no. Mason's a little bit low. He needs to go. He's not going, though. He's waiting for his demo to hit some sticky spam before he can go, I think.
He should have. He's got the back right there. No one's even turned around. Mason has his back. He's practically handing him his ass. Oh, my goodness. Finally, a bunch of players just back up. And here it is. John Meltzer capping off his advantage there. Going to be sneaking into Mason's back right there with 2 gray shots. And the follow through with the Uber exchange is going to be making it happen. Oh, so many weak players. And oh, everyone's in the single digit in the red. Oh my goodness, it's not looking good. The resub is going to be able to heal up Marmaduke Grills. He's going to have to make a play for his team here if they don't want to go 4-1 right now. It's going to be 4-4 at only 35% advantage though. It's off, and it's actually Sam and Marmaduke getting an advantage here. Blank.
I don't know. Sam looks like he wants to go back. He's going to take the resup. Marmaduke Grills is still in behind, however. He's going to end up finding bot mode here. If he turns around, they actually just barely miss each other in house. So with that, looks like already they're going to be pushing forward. There's a slight ad on the side of Jamal eSports. Both 30-40%. They could certainly go with this if they want to. Marmaduke Grills is really not going. I mean, it worked for their the scout who was in behind, but now they pop the Uber charge off. They need to kill the sentry gun, but it's being healed up by Sam. Finally does get taken down. Sly Guy's able to get that 1 frag, and now Showstopper in the back line is taking a lot of damage. Sure, got 1 really good frag, but other than that, it's a 5-on-5 so far. They're still going to be trying to get this. They pushed everybody back and spawn. Jared's still taking a lot of damage. Showstopper's going to bomb in, but not get anything. Just dies. John Milter's jumping around at this point. They have to take him down. Here comes the Uber Charge popped out of Mason, though. That's going to secure them this point for sure. Now they got to get some frags with it. John Milter goes down, but they lose Jarrett in return. That's not going to be good. And there's still some players going for last, but can't get it. High five does end up going down to Marmalou. I'm not sure they're going to be able to take the second point. They want to. Now here 4-4. He's just running away, though. Sam does get taken down in the end. Really unfortunate for him that he couldn't get that, and that's going to certainly be able to hold on to this from Jamal eSports.
There's so much I want to talk about, but it just got funnier and funnier as time went on. Sam walked right through Shutter and went face-to-face with 404, who was dropping down from battlements. And that was a great play from Jarrett there, using the loose cannon as well as the sentry spam to juggle and use the knockback. And that actually managed to slow it down. It's not going to be able to work here, though, because the gun's going to go down very quickly. And now it's time to clear the point. Sly Guy rotating to the other side, completely shutting it off with stickies. He's playing behind the point, and they're trying to pepper the point there. We do see Sam on that Natasha heavy. Going to be able to take down 4-4, but it's going to get followed through very quickly. And Shamu, the last player alive, going to get taken down. And it's 4-1. Game point for Jamal eSports.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see in that situation. You know, if they killed 404, that would have been a completely different story. But I mean, after that last fight happened, you have full Uber or big Uber advantage, and they pushed that in. Didn't make any mistakes, and were easily able to cap that off. So as you said, match point now. This could be the final round, and that would be really, really bad if you're an 8K fan. Now we're gonna see how this mid Showstopper actually getting air shot mid. Everybody still might find the frag on a Sam here in choke. Looks like we also see the other soldier getting aggressive. It looks like Sam and Jarrett both going to go down very early, but are going to get a couple of return frags. Everybody dying on the side of 8K. They lost a lot, but they're getting a lot of return. Here comes the bombing from Marmalou. He wants 404, but that was a little too aggressive. It's the full wipe, and only 2 scouts and a meta live here on the side of Jamal eSports now. They want to roll this straight into last. They're already on Spire.
I'm on the wrong side of the map, and that's how crazy that exchange was. I couldn't really see which side of what was going where, and so here we are now at the proper Spire, watching the scouts as they make their way into the lobby. Going to start clearing things out. This is actually a good opportunity for the soldiers to maybe try and catch someone out here. 2 good rockets could catch out High Five here as he's holding it down and spots it out. Doesn't see any forward traps or any soldiers in sneaky spots. He's holding it down for his team, and they've managed to climb the Spire, make their way into the lobby, and now it's going to be one simple push away. Jarrett's going to have to be using this loose cannon to the fullest extent of the knockback, and High Five actually manages to run all the way forward before the guns get taken down. Sam's going to be quickly respawning on that heavy, spamming it out, catching 4-4 there with the slowing bullets. And oh, Jarrett goes down. That's going to be it. There's no way they can defend the point now. It's up to Sam, who's taking all these heals, serving onto the point, going to connect onto High Five, but no, that slow rev up time is going to be his downfall. And that's going to be the game. 5-1, even stronger of a game from Jamal eSports compared to last week's Granary.
I'm kind of worried for the 6 Apes. I mean, they've had 2 not that close games with Jamal eSports now. You know, there was a chance after that first one that was just a fluke, right? But I think after 2 weeks in a row losing to this team, especially so late in the season, it's going to be tough for 6 Apes to come anything higher than 4th. Very likely now after this match, it's going to be these 2 teams, Jamal eSports in 3rd for playoffs and ApeK in 4th. ApeK still have a lot of matches against kind of lower level teams that they should win against, so they probably will get into playoffs even because they lost this. It was a little bit closer for Jamal eSports. This match was a little bit more important to them, but because they won it so handily, I don't expect them to not make playoffs. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. I'm not sure if we'll see much more from the 8K guys after the first couple of rounds of playoffs. But you want to see any interesting stats here?
Oddly enough, Martyr Girls managed to maintain that 350 DPN. Didn't go up, didn't go down, just pure and even 350 DPN. Sly Guy thankfully dying a little bit more this time, and that's a result of them winning their first round. So I think we've nailed it. We figured it out. What's the secret behind beating Jamal eSports? If Sly Guy dies more than 2 times, you win a round.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. And just looking here on damage, I mean, both. Is it both? Is it the 2 top? No, it's not. But still, like when you've got such huge damage output from people like Marmaduke Grills, and even last round with Shamu, it's crazy because they have the top kind of guy for the damage in the server, but they still aren't actually winning on damage as a whole. They were at the beginning of this second round. But looking at these stats, it's close, but Jamal eSports have actually topped them off in damage. And I think that's mostly just because of some low damage numbers on the side of Sam and Jarrett. When you've got these players who might not be contributing to their shots quite as much. I mean, you look at Jamal eSports and it's 200 across the board. Like the lowest they get is 203 on John Milter, but he got 26 frags. So, I mean, he kind of makes up for it there. 28 from their soldier bot mode as well. That's going to be nice for them. But you kind of worry there's some players that are maybe slacking a little bit on 6 apes, and I don't like to rag on Sam too much because you know, he could kick me off of this channel, but I'm worried. I think there's a lot of people who kind of rag on Sam for maybe his low DPM, and it's certainly something that is well deserved. I mean, 175, that's not what you want to be seeing in a match like this.
Anything else you think or see or what's going on here with this match?
I don't know. Stats don't mean everything, of course, and that's the whole picture, but 5-1, that's the most important stat in the end. The 5-1 for Jamal eSports. It was a back and forth game, but also kind of one-sided. It wasn't a total roll. I think it was closer than the 5-1 suggests, but certainly not anything that 6 apes had. They didn't have enough opportunities, I think, even if they had won a couple extra fights, it wouldn't have been enough. I thought it was a good match, though, bro. I had fun.
I had fun too, and I honestly bot mode that hop, skip, and a jump to get to last, and then he follows it up by juggling the other scout into the air and air-shotting him. Truly phenomenal work. That was just so great to see. I do want to say, right now, as it stands, 6ape has a chance to lose their 4th place seeding if Mario Party 4 wins against Froyotech tonight, and they are actually playing them. It was 1-1 at 15 minutes, but right now it's 2-1. So I think Froyotech has turned on the switch, and now it's go time. But still, Mario Party have had close games with Froyotech in the past. They went 3-2 in process week, losing to Froyotech. So if Mario Party 4 can by some miracle beat Froyotech, not only would it be an incredible upset for Froyo versus EVL, but they could actually have a potential to slide their way into the 4th seed, taking 6 apes if they can beat them.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. There's still potential for, I think, any of these 3 edge teams to miss out on playoffs by just like 1 game or 1 extra round, because there's a lot of ties in the head-to-heads too. I think ApeK is the only advantage on the head-to-head. They're beating Mario Party in that, but everybody else is tied kind of 1-1. Except for after this week, I guess Jamal are actually ahead of them, but still, this is there's a lot more to go in the season. Me and Ro are going to be back tomorrow. It's EVL Gaming versus Jamal eSports. That's at 10:30 Eastern. We'll have Dr. Shadow Puppet on production then, and we had Tino on production for today. So big shout out to him for coming out. And of course, my name has been Cornpop. I've been here with Ro, my co-caster, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Drive safe.